Hello everybody, I'm Windy, and today we are diving into some of the most shocking, provocative, and banned animated films from the 60s and 70s. You might think of cartoons as kid-friendly, lighthearted flair, but these films shattered that expectation. From explicit sexual content to political allegory, these works used animation to push boundaries, and sometimes the world wasn't ready for them. Let's explore why. Fritz the Cat, created by Rolf Bakshi, hit screens in 1972 and immediately turned animation on its head. Following a mischievous college-age cat navigating the 1960s New York, Fritz dives into drugs, sex, and counterculture misadventures with other anthropomorphic animals. It was the first animated film to earn an X rating in the United States, strictly for adults. The controversies stem from shock value, explicit sexual content, strong language, and drug use in a medium people associated with children. Countries like New Zealand, Malaysia, and Singapore even banned it outright. Yet, the film's social satire, commenting on politics, sexuality, and societal hypocrisy, was bold, and audiences responded. It grossed over $90 million on a tiny budget. Interestingly, the creator faced backlash not only from the public, but also from Robert Crumb, the comic's original author, who disowned the movie. The kid-friendly cartoon expectation collided with adult themes. Viewers weren't just surprised, they were outraged. The X rating was a reflection of both sexual content and societal discomfort, with animation tackling major provocative topics. Rolf Bakshi followed up with Heavy Traffic in 1973, blending gritty animation with live action in a story about a 22-year-old underground cartoonist navigating urban chaos. Mobsters, interracial romance, violence, poverty, and surreal sequences made it both audacious and polarizing. Critics praised its dark humor and artistic daring, while others found it offensive. Like Fritz, its major themes led to X ratings and outright bans, such as in Alberta in Canada. Yet, it found an audience in art house cinemas, particularly among young adults craving honest depiction of urban life. Bakshi proved that animation could be daring, provocative, and socially reflective. Beyond sexuality, this was about urban realism, portraying vice, crime, and marginal lives in a medium that society still saw as children's entertainment. The shock wasn't gratuitous. It was an artistic statement, but still enough to provoke censorship. Coonskin is perhaps Bakshi's most provocative work, tackling race head-on with satire. Following three African-American characters navigating Harlem's criminal underworld, it parodied racist tropes and black exploitation films. The visual deliberately referenced minstrel cartoons to critique, not endorse, racism. Pre-release protests erupted. Organizations like CORE argued the movie perpetuated harmful stereotypes, while the title itself sparked outrage. From 1975 to 1987, it was effectively banned from theaters, yet supporters defended it as an honest satire, arguing that discomfort was precisely the point. The movie held up a mirror to societal racism. The public misunderstanding of satire collided with deeply sensitive topics. Many saw offense without grasping critique. Coonskin shows that animation could be a battlefield for societal commentary, with real-world consequences for creators. Belladonna of Sadness is a haunting Japanese film set in medieval France, following Jeanne, a peasant woman brutalized for her wedding night. Shunned by her village, she makes a pact with a mysterious spirit and gains magical powers, embarking on a path of revenge. The art is surreal, almost hypnotic, panning over watercolor stills, morphing erotic and violent imagery into a visual poem. Audiences were shocked by nudity, sexual trauma, and occult themes. Content rarely seen in animation, even in live action, it failed commercially in Japan, and with its extreme adult content effectively acting as censorship. It wasn't banned by law, but society suppressed it. The film's psychological intensity and sexual frankness made it too adult for general audiences. Only decades later, this restoration and US release revealed its artistry, influencing feminist readings and avant-garde animation. We can also note other notable controversies, like the movie Once Upon a Girl, made in 1976, that turned fairy tales into adult comedies. Nudity and sexualized humor using Mother Goose characters shocked viewers, earning an X rating and underground status. The Hand, made in 1965, critiqued communist authoritarianism. Banned in 1970, it resurfaced later in 1989, celebrated as political protest. Animal Farm, made in 1954, adapted Orwell's novel. Banned in the USSR and communist countries for anti-Stalinist messaging, CIA-backed funding in the West added geopolitical controversy. Dawn and Dirty Dog, made in 1974, features surreal adult horror, nudity, and drug-fueled antics. Underground 2 to limited release. Watership Down, made in 1978, appeared child-friendly but shocked audience with graphic violence, survival themes, and death, leading to long-term debate over suitability for children. All this work demonstrates animation as a medium for adults capable of tackling sexual, political, and existential themes. Government bans, X ratings, and public outrage reflected the clash between traditional cartoon equals children entertainment, speaking and daring mature storytelling. Animation in the 60s and 70s wasn't just for kids. It was a battleground for artistic freedom, political critique, and cultural shock. From Fritz the Cat sexual satire to Belladonna of Sadness holding eroticism, these films challenged norms and provoked strong reactions. Some were banned, some suppressed, and yet all felt lasting legacies as audacious works that expanded what animation could achieve. If you enjoyed this dive into controversial animation, hit a like, subscribe, and comment which of these movies would you dare to watch. Anyway, so goodbye!